Moin, my dear people, especially a grand moin to social media addicts and to nervous species. To all the others, also moin. I envy you. So today we are talking about mental health again. To everyone who doesn't know me, and there are a lot of people who don't know me. So, welcome to this channel. I'm Anna of Northern Germany, a survivor, a fighter, a writer, a Putin's hater, and a person who is post-depression and a new refugee. And today I'm going to talk about myself a bit, what happened to me for the past weeks, and also about what I was doing with that. And I really hope that the microphone is working. Work, please. Maybe if there is a problem, the problem is in my voice. I don't speak loudly enough. And if you're questioning what happened to my face, I don't know, I just felt like washing myself in sparkles. Maybe because of the new moon, maybe because it's solstice tomorrow, or maybe, I don't know. I just felt like it. Who knows? So, as you can see from the video, I was trying to declutter my mind again and to have some social media detox, I guess it's pronounced like this. And the reason why I did that and why I'm always trying to learn the ways for myself to rest is that I am post-depression. The story is that around a year ago I was finally diagnosed with depression, also agoraphobia. I remembered about that I was diagnosed reading this book that I'm going to talk about too. And also the psychiatrist said that probably I have the generalized anxiety disorder, but I was not officially diagnosed. But yeah, of course I have it. I at least think so, because the level of my anxiety, they're top levels of my anxiety. And yeah, of course, the mental illness is not that something just you take some pills and it goes away, leaves you alone. No, it doesn't work like that. And I have a long story of depression, of chronic depression, and when I asked for help from my family, they told me that I will be turned into zombie by evil doctors. And when I told my mother that I felt bad, she began to cry every time and repeating like, wow, why I deserve all that, and you should go to church, it's a sin, blah blah blah. It's not true. If you feel bad, I'm very sorry. But what happened to me? I recently got a refugee status, and to get this status, well, it was very harsh on my nerves, as you can imagine. I moved from Russia, I fled from Russia, then I was in France, then I did volunteering service, it didn't end well, and then I ended up in Germany. It wasn't easy either, and now basically it's alright. I should be super happy, and I'm struggling. And this week I spent as relaxing myself a bit and also talking to people around me and explaining that I feel a bit abandoned and that I don't feel alright, and that the mental illness doesn't evaporate with good news. And basically what my psychologist says, you need the mental strength to handle good news and bad news. So my state was aggravating again, as it happened several times during the year, and I was working, and I was also doing the bureaucratic stuff, and yeah, I couldn't avoid going to job center, for example, and they were not very helpful. For example, right now I'm procrastinating instead of searching for a language course that I have to search for myself. Waiting. Yeah, okay, I expected it to be more helpful, you know. But yeah, so I also take everything very seriously and I get exhausted very quickly. And then I started to notice signs. Are you working? I started to notice signs that I am not doing great. Moreover, I'm getting worse and worse and worse. So, what my signs were? First of all, my hands began to shake. They still shake a bit, or just a bit maybe. So, restlessness, hastily movements. So, I moved like in fits and starts, and the work I did was also in fits and starts, and I felt anxiety, the profound anxiety all the time. Monkey brain, jumping from thought to thought, and also I started to forget something within seconds, and with my hypochondria, I even thought that I have dementia. Yeah, yeah, that's me. And mood swings, and I wanted to cry and I wanted to laugh at the same time. And when I was a volunteer in France, I understood that actually it's a very bad sign, not even crying, but laughing, like hysterically laughing. Or sometimes I was very angry, and like, you know, it's like a spread anger, not directed anger. For me, it's a very bad sign when I'm angry with the dog, with Timmy. There is nothing in this world that I love more than Timmy. And if I'm angry with Timmy out of nothing, it's a sign. It's a sign. What else? Social media addiction was on the rise. I will explain why. And yeah, so as soon as I feel anxious, I am just on the loop. I want to check the social media. Immediately you also begin to compare yourself to others, and you basically cannot stop. I think I checked my phone 1,000,000 times, and it was also a bad sign. I had plenty of nightmares, and I was running out of energy. So basically I was running on whatever energy, I don't know. Every time I just question myself on which energy I'm moving, on anxiety, I guess. And I also felt like a failure all the time, and also fear of slowing down, because I felt like if I slow down, if I don't post anything for a week, for example, I will collapse, everything will be destroyed, the end of the world, aliens will arrive and just throw a bomb onto the house of my friends, Putin will kill everyone, whatever, yeah. So yeah, it started to escalate. I felt like a failure. I felt super, super bad. And also, the other day I bought this book. Come to me, please. Bought this book. Notes on Nervous Planet by Matt Haig. Matt Haig is my favorite author. I remind that. Yeah, it's quite obvious. There is his quote on the board. I will not describe this book. If you feel like that you want something like depression in literature, in any kind of literature thing, you can write to me. I can do that in a separate video, but so far I'm planning to describe this one. It's about OCD and depression and mental health, agoraphobia, so I think it's going to be interesting. And yeah, so I bought this book, and basically I don't encourage to buy this book for you because, yeah, I'm biased. This is Matt Haig, my favorite author. I don't agree with all recommendations of his because, for example, the recommendation just quit your job, leave for lunch and don't come back, silent quitment. Yeah, we all understand that many people don't live in such world, and we need to eat something, we need to pay our rent, etc., etc., etc. We need to survive, feed kids, pets, dogs, kittens, I don't know, turtles, whatever, whoever. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. But the main idea that I extracted from this book is that, yeah, maybe when you're getting mentally worse, you cannot really improve your state immediately or quickly, but you can stop yourself from aggravating, from becoming worse. And for that, you need to remove some triggers. For that, you also need to figure out what your triggers are. It's not easy, but yeah, the internet and social media is presented as one of them because it's the space where you're encouraged to compare yourself to others, also to be unhappy, because an unhappy person is a person who pays a lot. The world of technologies is not really healthy, and sometimes you need to stay away a bit from the technologies. And technologies exist, unfortunately, very often to hijack your attention. I will also link a very interesting research, not a research. The girl, she's called Book Leo. Her channel is called Book Leo. And she did a research, kind of, on the topic of how the internet, how social media is made to grab our attention, because of course social media creators, they don't want us to go outside watching clouds. Look at this one. I think with a certain amount of imagination it looks like Great Britain. I forgot that I actually enjoy imagining stuff out of clouds, but Great Britain is falling apart a bit. Listen to the free birds and stare at the free sky. They prefer us to spend time there. So also, if you feel like you struggle to battle social media, don't worry. It's just the battle that is very hard to win. Yeah, I created the list that I feel bad and what it means, and if I tick some things from this list, I'm going to check it out in the future with this list. That means that I should do something urgently. I should do things urgently. I should urgently help myself. And I came up with a plan. First of all, I had all my work, not work, like all my creative stuff, cancelled. It's also a privilege to cancel your work. It's also a big privilege, although, yeah, me, a refugee, and a privilege, they're a bit too far. But yeah, that's why I would want to work in the future for for myself, because yeah, it's healthier. Sometimes you just need this time when you just cancel all this work. Though of course I couldn't cancel everything. For example, job center. Yeah, and I went to the job center. It wasn't very helpful. And yeah, then I decided to remove all possible triggers and see what makes me worse, actually, in comparison. I turned the Wi-Fi off. For me it works well. If you struggle with the Wi-Fi off, because it's quite easy to turn it back on, delete apps. If you have, I don't know, an iPhone, maybe there is a separate app, I don't know, that can help you to restrict the access, although it's also skippable as far as I know. That's why deleting the apps helps a lot, or just putting your phone away in another room, just another room, in a box, close it with the tape. There are ways, because sometimes you really have to be radical, because I have to reiterate myself, the creators don't want us to stay away from the phone, and this flickering screen and this comparing and sometimes toxic environment and scrolling and a lot of information, and your mind is full. Then there were other things that I did: more yoga, more meditations. On Monday, I did yoga like 3 times a day. So far, so good. So far, decluttering is okay. My Wi-Fi is off. I have a bit of energy, and at this point, like, I don't know if I'm the only person who does that, but as soon as I'm freaking feel a bit better, immediately I feel like I need to work. No, I need to rest. So I will try to do something else. I already did 2 yoga. No, I didn't do 2 yogas. I did 1 yoga. I will do another one, some meditation maybe in the evening before I sleep. Yeah, and also if you're ill, take your time. Don't rush to do a lot of stuff immediately as soon as you feel a bit better. 2 yogas, 1 meditation, morning, afternoon, evening. And I understand that probably you don't have energy, or you don't have strength or time. But in case, if you want to try, again, I will have to repeat, Yoga with Adrienne. She has plenty of videos. She has 30 day journeys. She has playlists. She has everything, and it's for free. It's just mind-blowing for me. And yeah, I did it for on Monday. On Tuesday I tried, then I a bit collapsed. I think my body just craved rest, so I just fell into the bed and didn't get up till Wednesday. Only on Wednesday I started to feel better. So I'm sitting here, the queen of the mess, on the top of my anxious thoughts with my chamomile tea. That's literally me pretending to be a poet. I'm so not. Yeah. Do I look wasted? Because I definitely feel wasted. By the way, this chamomile tea is good, but this consumerism and capitalism, they're one big scam, because I bought this tea, Lord Nelson, and I opened the box, and the box wasn't full. There was literally space for at least 2 or 3 tea bags. I don't understand. Whatever. Yeah, I had a horrible night. Although I fell asleep pretty quickly, and I thought I was going to sleep well, but I woke up at night, I had nightmares then, and it was quite a challenge to get up. Should I pretend that I don't see the connection between me and my podcast that I watched yesterday? You see how it is all connected, because we consume information from the internet, and we think like, okay, I scroll the news, I scroll the feed, and then you think that, okay, I forgot about it. But your brain didn't. And basically, maybe it also happened because that was the only triggering thing that I did yesterday. But okay, today I will try not to trigger myself. I will go to Hamburg. It's getting hot again. I am not ready. I just even have no idea what people wear when it's hot, because here. It's not a thing when it is hot. Well, it happens, but not that often. And yeah, I will go to the speaking club and then straight home. I am picking the trains that are quite chill, that are not crowded, and then I will still have to face finally the forms for my insurance. Stay tuned. Well, technically they cannot not insure me because I'm supposed to have insurance. I just don't have all these numbers that they ask. So, suddenly good morning. Today on offer tea, Hungarian tea for the immune system. Control. Yeah, do I look wasted again? Yeah, actually, I think I feel a bit better, but yesterday I went to the library to have the speaking club, and yeah, I think it's... Timmy, are you licking yourself? I know. I already imagine how it is going to be on the video, how it is going to be louder than my voice. Yeah, so I think it destroyed me a bit. I returned with a headache. Yeah, and with a headache, I have a long story. You can watch video about that, this chronic pain journey, and still, like, yeah, when I am overwhelmed, I have a massive headache, always, like, as a result. And yeah, yesterday I was really overwhelmed, I guess. Yeah, the best case scenario, you just like close yourself in the house, in the dark room, and you just go on peaceful walks and spend time with the nature. But yeah, life happens around us and we cannot always close ourselves. And I really wanted to go to the speaking group. And yeah, of course, there were several triggers, and there was a child screaming on the train. And also, the speaking group that I attend is a speaking group for women. Timmy's still licking himself. Maybe I'll have to re-record it, I will see. And there was a man who was trying to intrude. There were several men, of course, who were trying to intrude. And there are only 2 groups for women. And he was quite scandalous, and he demanded a group for men. And he was like, if there is a group for women, there should be a group for men too. And I don't know, I thought about that, and on the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, usually groups for women, they're more like the secure circle, because maybe women were triggered by men or abused, and maybe they just feel safer around women. Or those were the beliefs forced on women, because we have many hijabi girls. And for men, I think they gather usually in men's circles because they're sexist and they don't see women as equal to themselves. I don't know. I felt a bit pissed. What do you think about that? I don't know. Otherwise, yeah, it still took some time. But yeah, the idea was to stop myself from getting worse. I hopefully succeeded in that. So you see, I have a makeup and I'm making this video. And yeah, there are also little things such as I removed almost all literature. Basically, this book was the only one that I was reading, because my literature, the one that I tend to read, it can be very triggering For example, I'm reading Transit by a German author about migrants, refugee in the Second World War. And also I have Sylvia Plath poetry, and I'm also listening Dostoevsky Brothers Karamazov. It's chtoń. Oh, good old Russian chtoń, but it's killing you. Yeah, I removed myself from the news. I didn't really listen to the news or watch them or whatever, because the news, it's also like what Matt Haig is talking about, that the news, they're like constant, they're reaching you from everywhere, on the radio, on the internet, these notifications that pop up that want you to click. Also what he suggests, turning the notifications off, all of them. And I really needed that, because I'm always thinking about people suffering. I'm like, there was this discussion, what kind of opera can describe you, or a soundtrack from the opera, and I thought that for me it's like Jesus Christ Superstar, like people who are hungry, people who are starving. So basically he is convinced there to sleep because the world would be able to turn around without him. That's me. Sad. Yeah, so I also, from surprising things, I didn't drink black tea. I eliminated black tea. I drank only herbal tea. I also treated myself. So, no politics, no people. I am inhaling the air. I protect my eyes. I have my treat. Schokobrötchen or pain au chocolat. The only thing that I miss about France. Fortunately, they are sold here too. As I used to do when I still belonged to Neumünster, when I was still an asylum seeker and I had to go to the north with 2 trains and then to walk for 20 minutes to be like to be mistreated. Okay, I wasn't mistreated, I'm just a drama queen. There are nice people there, but yeah, it was very difficult to reach there and then come back. And I bought myself some pastry or something, and after the drop center I also did the same. About the black tea, I think it's a bit easier to remove the black tea from your diet routine, whatever, than coffee. I think yeah, it's very hard. I don't know, but if you feel like you're capable of removing coffee, I think I would suggest doing that, because coffee is much more triggering. I don't know, when I drink coffee, I'm basically a shaking chihuahua, because yeah, my heart starts racing immediately. Yeah, so I also decided not to put any pressure to myself, and yeah, so basically I didn't complete that many things for this week, but it's fine. Yeah, I still need to search for a job school. I need to search for a language school. Didn't finish the painting. Oh wow, guess what I'm going to do? Yeah, I think when you turn the Wi-Fi off, or when you delete your apps, or when you turn the notifications off, it's not even you even have more free time, although of course, but also when you tell your brain no social media today, your brain is like, oh, okay, and it starts generating ideas what I can do. And as I decided to cancel my work for today, and yeah, maybe I will not need a week if I continue feeling as I feel right now, but we'll have to see. I don't want to rush. So yeah, I will paint. But it's fine. It's so much fun. Oh my god. Not comparing to others, because I tend to compare myself to others because some people began earlier than me, and people do more, people are healthier, mentally healthier than me, blah blah blah. So yeah, also sometimes you need to close yourself from this environment. And yeah, also there's one thing like do things that inspire me or calm me down. Yeah, well, I figured that walking by myself is quite nice. On the first day, I really thought that I should walk more in my town because I really like my town. And the situation was that when I didn't even when I hadn't been even an asylum seeker, and when I was in this constant stress that I didn't know what was going to happen to me, it was impossible for me to enjoy the walks, to enjoy the environment. And I'm here for 2 years almost, and I didn't walk that much. I walk the dog quite often, but walk the dog and yourself, those are a bit different things. As always, a conclusion. Was it difficult to stay away from social media? Yeah, plus or minus, but yeah, I spent a lot of time in the bed, shutting down, so I guess it was not the biggest problem of avoiding social media. But I can imagine that for people it can be very, very difficult, and for that you really need to put a lot of effort into that. But I'm with you. I encourage you to find your own triggers. You can even share them with me, and also to try to remove them, at least for a day, because a week is quite a lot of time. And the week for me was a bit of a roller coaster because at the beginning I felt very sick, I was lying, couldn't get up, then suddenly I gained some energy, I began painting, and then when I went to Hamburg I was triggered a lot there, and I returned with a headache, so Tuesday and Wednesday just fell out of my life, basically. But then I gained a bit some energy on Wednesday, and I also talked to my friends. I'm very happy about that I talked to them, that I told them that it's difficult for me because, yeah, I'm just a new refugee. I'm not super strong mentally, and I still need a lot of support. At least like cheering for me, I don't know. And also with the papers because they're freaking difficult. So, good morning. Today's on offer jasmine tea. If you suddenly decide to share the jasmine tea with me, I will be very happy because sharing the tea with a stranger is one of the life's true delights. I hope I didn't change the quote. I probably look a bit weird because I'm still trying this one. I hope the sound at least is not worse than the one from my headphones. Yeah, and I'm basically filming from this angle, in this part because all the other part of the room is a mess, because this is what happens when you are overwhelmed. And I think I will slowly finish my experiment, because I think I stopped myself from becoming worse, because that was the initial idea, at least, to stop myself from becoming worse. Of course, I will not jump into work. I think today I will make a video, probably. I will not publish a short or anything, and I will take it slow. And yesterday I felt a bit better, and I also talked to my friends. I basically confessed because they should also know what is going on with me, because the thing is, in my life, throughout my whole life, people a bit overestimated me, and the same happens right now also in Germany. When they see that I speak German, they are like, okay, you can manage by yourself. But it just leads me to being a bit abandoned because I don't know the rules, I don't know how things work, and my German is not perfect. I speak German okay-ish, like I would say I'm around B1, but yeah, it's not perfect, and I struggle, and I talked to my friends about that. And I also talked about my mental state because, yeah, for some people, it's like when you get good news, like really good news in your life, you immediately must be happy and you're cured like this from all your mental issues. But unfortunately, it doesn't work. Also, I didn't sleep well for the past days, but tonight I slept well. Not without weird dreams, but I slept like through the whole night. I just got up once to go to the bathroom and then I fell asleep again. And it's so nice. I don't want to lie and die in bed right now. I just want to do things and it's cool. And I think now I really feel lighter. I also try to maintain this state. I think I will stay on social media removal, detox, till Saturday maybe. But yeah, honestly, I don't even want to scroll that much right now. But if I'm back, probably I will want to scroll more. That's pretty much it. I like sharing my journey. I also like emphasizing that it's not easy just to remove all the triggers from your life, but I encourage you, I support you. The candle is for you as always. The contact is a bit crap, but it's okay. Yeah, share if you want to, and I think I will send you the rays of well-being from me. I know Northern Germany, and from the Northern Germany, and I will have to do love, love, peace, peace somehow with this microphone. It even works too. So, like this. Love, love, and peace, peace. I'm just afraid that it will not work like this. I don't know yet if it's working even. So yeah, love, love, and peace, peace from Northern Germany. Tschüss.